Don't waste your money on the wrong dual sport bike. One costs under $6,000 with enough power for most trails, while the other hits nearly double that price but crushes steep climbs like nothing else. Alright, so you're looking at the Honda CRF300L and the CRF450RL for 2025 or 2026, right? These are two solid choices if you want a bike that handles dirt tracks during the day and cruises highways at night without breaking down. Both come from Honda, so you know they're built tough and reliable. But they target different riders. The CRF300L is lighter on the wallet and easier for beginners or folks who mix city riding with light off-road stuff. The CRF450RL steps it up with more muscle for serious trail work or longer adventures where you need extra grunt. We'll see what's the same, what's different, and which one fits your style. Stick around because by the end, you'll know exactly which to grab. First up, engine and performance. This is where these two really split apart. The CRF300L runs a 286cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine. It's a 4-stroke with DOHC and 4 valves, tilted at 25 degrees for better balance. It puts out around 27 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 19.6 pound-feet of torque at 6,500 RPM. That torque comes on smooth and early, so you get good pull from low speeds without revving it hard. It's fuel injected, which means it starts easy in cold weather and runs clean without carbs to mess with. Honda tuned it for efficiency too. You can expect about 68 to 75 miles per gallon on the road, depending on how you ride. The crankshaft is counterbalanced to cut vibration so your hands don't go numb after an hour. For transmission, it's a 6-speed with a wet multi-plate clutch, and the ratios are set wide enough for trail crawling in first, up to 70 miles per hour highway speeds in sixth without straining. Now for 2025 and 2026, Honda kept this engine the same, but they did tweak the radiator fan and grille in the 2025 model to handle heat better in slow off-road sections. No big changes announced for 2026 yet, so it's steady as is, though early previews suggest minor aesthetic updates like sleeker shrouds. This setup is perfect if you want something simple that sips gas and doesn't overwhelm you with power. On the flip side, the CRF450RL packs a bigger 449cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine. It's also a 4-stroke but uses Unicam OHC with 4 valves, tilted at 10 degrees. This thing delivers 38 horsepower at 7,500 RPM and 27.8 pound-feet of torque at 6,400 RPM. That's a big jump, about 40% more power and 40% more torque. It feels way punchier, especially when you're blasting up rocky hills or passing cars on the road. The crank has more inertia than Honda's race bikes, which helps it resist stalling in technical spots. Fuel injection here too, with ECU mapping set for off-road traction. Mileage drops a bit to around 48 to 55 miles per gallon, but that's still decent for the size. It has dual radiators for cooling, which is key in hot dust or slow crawls. The transmission is a wide ratio 6-speed, same as the 300L, but geared taller for higher top speeds. You can hit 90 miles per hour if you push it. For 2025, Honda updated the graphics and kept the engine unchanged, and 2026 looks identical based on what's out there. No major tweaks, just proven reliability. If you ride aggressive or carry gear, this engine shines, but it does heat up more and asks for premium fuel sometimes. Moving to suspension and handling. Both bikes use quality Showa components, but the differences show in travel and setup. The CRF300L has a 43mm inverted fork up front with 10.2 inches of travel. It's adjustable for preload, but not compression or rebound, keeps it simple. The rear is a Pro-Link single shock with 10.2 inches of travel, adjustable for preload too. For 2025, Honda stiffened the shock damping to resist bottoming out better on big hits, which was a complaint before. That carries over to 2026. Ground clearance is 11.2 inches, so you clear most rocks and logs without scraping. The frame is steel for durability, and the swing arm is aluminum to save weight. Handling feels nimble. The bike turns quick in tight trails and stays stable at 60 miles per hour on pavement. It's forgiving for new riders because the suspension soaks up bumps without diving too much under brakes. Tires are 80/121 front and 120/80/18 rear, IRC Trails GP21 and GP22, which grip well in dirt but wear faster on asphalt. The RL ups the ante with a 49mm Showa coil spring fork offering 12 inches of travel up front. That's more plush for rougher terrain. The rear Pro-Link Showa shock gives 11.8 inches of travel with full adjustability for compression, rebound, and preload. You can dial it in for your weight or load. Ground clearance jumps to 12.6 inches, so it plows over bigger obstacles easier. The frame is aluminum twin spar, lighter and stiffer than the 300L steel one, improving cornering precision. Handling is more aggressive. It rails berms like a motocross bike, but requires better skills to manage the extra height. Tires are the same IRC GP series, 80/121 front and 120/80/18 rear, but the wider fork helps with stability. For 2025 and 2026, no suspension changes. It's already race-derived from the CRF450R. If you hit whoops or jumps, this setup eats them up, but it can feel tall and tippy for shorter riders. Now weight and dimensions. These matter a lot for maneuverability and fatigue. The CRF300L has a wavebench of 57.3 inches, which makes it compact and easy to flick around. The seat height is 34.7 inches, doable for most with a 5'8" inseam if you toe-toe. Curb weight is 309 pounds fully fueled, including the 2.05-gallon tank. That's light enough to pick up after a drop without help. Overall length is about 87 inches, with 32 inches keeping it slim for narrow trails. The tank holds 2.05 gallons with a 0.5-gallon reserve, good for a 150-mile range. For 2025, they added 2-piece side covers for better heat resistance, and that stays for 2026. It's balanced at 50-50 weight distribution, so it doesn't push in turns. The RL stretches to a 58.9-inch weight bench for more stability at speed. Seat height is higher at 37.2 inches. That's tall, like 3 inches more than the 300L, so shorter folks might need lowering links. Curb weight is lighter at 291 pounds, surprising for the bigger engine, thanks to the aluminum frame and components. Tank is 2 gallons, slightly less, but range is similar around 100 to 120 miles due to thirstier motor. Length is 89 inches with 33 inches. It has handguard standard, which the 300L doesn't. No dimension changes for 2025 or 2026. The lower weight helps in sand or mud, but the height can intimidate beginners. Brakes next. Both use hydraulic discs with ABS, but details vary. The CRF300L has a 256mm single disc front with 2-piston caliper and a 220mm rear with single piston. ABS is standard for 2025 and 2026, but you can switch it off rear only for dirt sliding. Requires stopping and restarting the bike to toggle, and it resets on each start. It's strong enough to stop from 60 miles per hour quick without locking, and modulation is good in wet. The RL steps up to a 260mm front disc with 2-piston caliper, same 240mm rear. ABS is also switchable. The extra power means better bite, especially loaded. No changes year over year. Both are reliable, but the 450 RLs feel more progressive for hard stops. Features and technology. The CRF300L keeps it basic. Digital dash shows speed, RPM, fuel, time. New for 2025, LED headlights and turn signals for brighter night riding, plus repositioned fan for cooling. It's street legal with mirrors, horn, license plate holder. No fancy modes, but it has a skid plate and rubber-mounted bars to cut vibes. Rally version adds windscreen and bigger tank if you want extras, but we're comparing base models. The RL adds more. Same digital dash, but with trip meters and average MPG. It has catalytic converter for emissions, dual exhaust tips for quiet operation, LED lights all around, and it's fully street legal. Plastic handguards protect levers, and graphics are white style. Both have toolless air filter access. No tech updates for 2026 on either. Off-road capability. The CRF300L excels in light to medium trails. Its low weight and torque make it fun in mud or sand without bogging. 11.2-inch clearance handles roots, but soft suspension might bottom on big drops. It's great for fire roads or exploring. The RL dominates tough stuff. More power pulls through deep ruts, higher clearance skips over logs, longer travel soaks up jumps. It's closer to an enduro bike, but street bits outweigh. For extreme, it's better, but needs more skill. On-road comfort, the CRF300L is smoother, less vibration, lower seat for traffic stops. It cruises at 70 miles per hour easy, quiet exhaust. The RL vibrates more at highway speeds, taller seat tires legs standing. But power makes passing effortless. Both are upright ergo for long days. Maintenance and reliability, both are Honda solid. CRF300L intervals, oil every 8,000 miles, valves 16,000. Air-cooled parts last forever. The RL needs oil every 600 miles off-road and valves 1,800, more frequent due to race routes, but durable if followed. Price and value. CRF300L starts at $5,749 for 2025, same for 2026. Great bang for buck if you want affordable entry. The RL at $10,099, double for 40% more power in better suspension. Worth it if you push limits. In summary, the CRF300L is your go-to for budget-friendly fun on mixed terrain, easy to handle, and cheap to run. The CRF450RL is for riders wanting serious performance, more capable off-road, but costs more and demands respect. Pick based on your skill and wallet, neither disappoints. Subscribe for more bike comparisons.